So, this is the robotics lab, huh? Looks like it's exactly one floor above the boarding lounge. And where people were directed to evacuate from via the emergency ladder. This is where Athena's mother was killed 7 years ago. Speaking of someone who works with robots. Teddy, look! Over there! So they plan to use this bat to carry the capsule. Is that right? Yeah, more or less. Say, why don't we stop talking about the case and have a nice cup of tea instead? Apollo and Aura Blackwell. I wonder what they're talking about. Well, well, come to spoil our fun. Just when I was enjoying our alone time. Trucy and Mr. White. If it's Apollo you want, you can't have him. He said he's investigating on his own. And I respect his wishes. We just came to investigate this lab. Well, this is my lab, so you need my permission if you want to do any snooping. I heard about the trial. You made mincemeat out of the director. And suddenly Starbuck was out and your little subordinate, the princess, was in. Case closed, and they all lived happily ever after. Daddy, say something to her! And I suppose you're going to defend the princess in court, am I right? Princess, huh? Guess he's talking about Athena. Of course, Athena's innocent. Oh my, such loyalty and trust. She seems pretty suspicious to me, though. The emotional, unstable princess. There's your culprit for you. Don't you agree, Apollo? I don't know yet. Apollo! How could you? What's wrong with saying I don't know? If it's true, it's a very scientific approach. Your subordinate is more level-headed than you. What should I say? Former subordinate. I can't believe it. Does Apollo really suspect Athena? All this laughing has worn me out. Your turn to say something, hunk of junk. Mr. Terran, you look pale. Shall I help you to the sick bay? Mr. Terran, that's Apollo you're talking to. Oh, this hunk of junk here is mistaking Apollo for Clay. Maybe Apollo is possessed by Clay's ghost. Mr. Terran, how are your injuries? Mr. Terran. Mr. Terran, how are your injuries? Mr. Terran. I guess Clay intends to hang around to haunt the princess that murdered him. Oh, and to haunt the lawyer that defends her too, of course. A robot that can see ghosts? Yeah, right. And I'm a spirit medium. Sorry, but apparently scientists just don't tell very frightening ghost stories. I tend to defend Athena no matter what you have to say about it. How perfectly foolish. That kind of blind belief makes people lose sight of the truth. Just like 7 years ago. Could you tell me more about the incident 7 years ago? Why? Do you enjoy trampling on people's feelings and rubbing salt in their wounds? Or do you just want me to talk, In that case, what should I ask for in return? I'd like to hear about that incident too. It'd help me understand the current case better. Huh? Paul knows about that case too? Well, if you're the one who's asking Apollo, come on, hunk of junk, you tell the story. Miss Aura. That's private information. If you won't talk, I'll just have to make you talk. Yes, who cares about personal privacy? Not me! I am ready to utilize my vast processing abilities to import all available information. Wow, what a magic trick! He's like a completely different robot now! The bodies of all the robots that come through this lab are designed by Miss Aura. I was born 7 years ago. Miss Aura was much younger then. Yikes. I don't watch what you say if you don't want to get recycled, Clarko. And then our hearts were created by the great genius Dr. Meta Sykes. Hearts? A bunch of hearts? Can you even make such a thing? Emotions are not irrational things. Our logic and hearts can be integrated. The two navigated companions created by Miss Aura and Dr. Metis transcended humans. Metis. Huh? She's just gonna sell at her desk. Now we could continue Metis research, seeing her work was truly one of a kind. And now the two navigation companions are all that are left of Metis here on Earth. The world was all that's left? Is it even got a very important someone? We put the ultimate creations together, but now she's gone. I get the feeling Dr. Sykes loves her robots almost as much as he loved her daughter. And almost as much as she loved you. What are you talking about? Don't make me laugh. But you lost someone too, didn't you, Apollo? Your friend, Clay. I guess you and I are pretty much in the same boat. Miss Aura, would you like a tissue? Keep your trap shut, hunk of junk! Uncle is an important keepsake of your time with Dr. Sykes. You should treat him better! What does it matter? He doesn't feel pain. I can always repair his body. Besides, the haunts are actually in their bodies. What do you mean by that? The program Metis wrote runs on a separate mainframe. Their bodies are controlled remotely from there. Their hearts and memories are there too. These bodies are really just peripherals. So, I can do anything I want to them. Not so sure that gives you the right to physically abuse the poor things. But why are you people looking into such an old case now anyway? Well, we believe the culprit of that incident might be the same person as in this case. So Daddy's going to find out who killed Dr. Sykes too! I'm sure you're aware of who Metis' killer is? Yes, Prosecutor Blackwell. Or so it seems. That's a quaint way of putting it. Are you implying you don't think he did it? I can't say anything for sure right now, but that's exactly why I'd love to hear your side of it, to help me be sure. I was the one who introduced Simon to Metis, you know. He wanted to learn psychology, he said, to give himself an edge in court. Prosecutor Blackwell's forte, his infamous power of suggestion technique. Exactly. And he was oddly serious about it, rather than a teacher-student relationship. He treated her more like how a loyal samurai would treat his civilian. Huh? He seemed more like a lost soul than a dignified samurai to me. He even got along well with that miserable little princess. Why do you call Athena the princess anyway? Well, she is Metis' daughter after all, although she's nothing like her. Besides, doesn't the selfish little princess always have lots of white knights hanging around? Now I think I see why Athena didn't say anything when we ran into Aura yesterday. It all makes sense now. So the culprit behind the two cases could be the same, huh? That settles it then. Or does it settle? None of your business. Just forget you heard anything. How long are you people going to hang around in here anyway? What? But we came here to take a look around. You think you can just waltz in and ransack a person's lab? Show me a search warrant! We're not the police, so we don't have one. Then get out. Now! Kalanko, show them out! Suddenly, Miss Aura. Ouch! Don't push! My apologies. I'm just following orders. Ugh! What a way to get shown out. The nerve of that woman! What's with that horrible attitude? I guess this is how she is. Why was Apollo going along with her? I guess it's because they have something in common. Apollo lost Clyde just like how Aura lost Dr. Sykes. I'm really worried about him. He's not himself at all. He's usually not all cool and dark and mysterious like that. I guess that's true. Does she mean he's usually silly and dorky? I'm going to go keep an eye on him. Hey, wait, Trucy, come back! He's gone. What should I do now? Detective Fullboy is probably still questioning Athena. Guess I'll go back to the office. Alone. Well, here I am. This office has now felt so empty. I guess I haven't been here at the office all by myself in a long time. When I first became a lawyer, my mentor was here with me. And then, for a while after that, she was always by my side. Now I'm getting all sentimental. I must be tired. Huh? There's something on the floor. What's a letter doing here? Hey, Nick. It's been a while, huh? Miss me? I know this handwriting. I read somewhere that you were holding a trial in the middle of an exploding courtroom. That must have really been something. Although weird is par for the course with you. I think whatever paper she's reading is a little off on the details. I'd love to come visit, but I'm right in the middle of a difficult part of my training. So instead, think of me as you watch those Steel Samurai videos I sent. I'm sure they'll cheer you right up. Yours truly, Maya Fey. Little Maya. As if she knew I was feeling down and needed a lift. Was my assistant for quite a while. Believe it or not, she's a spirit medium. This Megatama I used on Cyclops, I'm the one who gave it to me. But I wonder how this letter got here. Mr. Nick? Ah! Oh, it's you, Paws. How have you been, Mr. Nick? This is Paul Frey, though I call her Paws. She's Maya's cousin, who is also a spirit medium. Very talented one at that. I've known her since she was 8 years old. But Apollo and Athena only met her a few months ago. You didn't come all this way just to bring me a letter, did you? I apologize for buzzing in. The door was unlocked. But I can't believe there was a big explosion here. The office doesn't look any different. She's even further off the details than Maya. I wish I could take you out to eat or something, Paws. There's a lot going on. Oh, I know that. I didn't come here for a social visit, you know, Mr. Nick. Did you read the postscript on the letter? Huh? There's more? Oh yeah, here it is. P.S. I bet you've been too busy to clean or take care of the office. So Polly said she would come and help you. Isn't she sweet? You better thank her. Oh, so that's why what you're doing here. That's awfully nice of you, Paws. I am Paws. Thanks to these two, I'm starting to feel a little better. Thank you, boss. Now that I'm here, I'm going to whip this place into shape. You just concentrate on your work and don't mind me at all. I need to talk to Prosecutor Blackwell if I want to learn more about this case. If the trial's still going on, they must be holding him down at the detention center. Well, look who's here. I wonder what they're talking about. Oh, this time you haven't said a word. It's even turning your hair gray. I don't have anything to say, Aurora. Why don't you just go home and play with your dolls? Prosecutor Blackwell? Well, even if you don't, I have plenty, you jock. Miss Blackwell, don't you think that's enough for today? Enough for today? Today is all there is when there's no tomorrow. When there's no tomorrow? What is he talking about? We have company, Aurora. Please try to calm down. Alright, fine. I see you're just not going to listen no matter what I say. I've had it. If that's where you're going to be, I have another plan up my sleeve. I hope you're happy, Simon, because I'm done. Do as you please. See if I care. Wow. I could cut the tension with a katana. Right, Donna. It looks like Fulbright saved your case in court this morning. What? Oh, yeah, he did. He went back to business quick. Prosecutor Blackwell, forgive me, but it was just the just thing to do. But as a result, Sax Donor was arrested. Was that the just thing to do, too? Mr. Lawyer, I'm sorry, but it was evidence. What else could I do? Don't worry about it. I plan to defend her and prove her innocence. I wouldn't take things so lightly if I were you. Why, Donor? This is blade-proof glass, right? Prosecutor Blackwell, we're looking into the case from 7 years ago. We're looking for somebody you call the Phantom of 7 years past, aren't you? You villain. Where did you hear about that? This glass is absolutely positively blade-proof, right? No, it wasn't me. I didn't say a single... Oops. At least it wasn't my fault. Could you please tell me who this Phantom is? Also, you didn't really kill Dr. Sykes, did you? God, the guest is leaving. Prosecutor Blackwell, please listen to me. The culprit in the current case might be the same as the one in the case 7 years ago. If you would cooperate, we could probably solve both cases. I suppose I could talk. The one who killed my mentor was without question me. I stole Sex Dono's mother's away from her, I destroyed her life. Secure Blackwell. God, who are you? Stop dragging your feet, I tell you! There he goes. No! We must set Prosecutor Blackwell! Now, what are we going to do, Mr. Lawyer? There isn't much we can do. Detective Fulbright, do you mind if I asked you just a little more about that old case? Well, I guess it won't make any difference now. What would you like to know? Do you know anything about the trial that got him convicted? A little. The police called the incident that you all won incident. Prosecutor Blackwell was charged with murdering his psychology mentor. Kind of like if your wed, Mr. Lawyer, want to kill you. I don't want to think about that one. There were 2 decisive pieces of evidence, so a verdict was reached very quickly. 2 pieces of evidence, huh? What were they? Let's see. The first was some security camera footage. He was the only one who used the corridor to the murder scene at the time of the crime. The only one, huh? Alex, that does sound pretty decisive. Could you show me that footage? Oh, sorry, I don't have it with me right now. I guess I'll have to see it some other time. And what was the second piece of evidence? This one's even more incriminating! A photo of the moment of the crime! See, there he is at the crime scene, holding a bloody katana! It was the victim, kept on display in the room, so he had a thing for Japanese culture! Wow, it would be hard to explain this one away. But who took this picture, detective? The incident happened the day before the Hat 1 launch. A reporter who had come to do a story on the launch was in the room across from the lab. This just happened to show up in one of the pictures he took. Prosecutor Blackwell's attitude earlier was so odd. He's definitely hiding something. Prosecutor Blackwell said he was haunting a phantom from 7 years ago, didn't he? Yes. And I imagine it's getting more and more urgent as his execution date approaches. What did you just say? Execution date? What? Did I say something? Never mind me. You didn't hear a thing. So he was given the death sentence? Yes. You told me not to tell you people, actually. But I guess there's no sense hiding it anymore. His execution date is tomorrow. What? Tomorrow? No! Miss Blackwell, don't you think that's enough for today? Enough for today? Today is all there is when there's no tomorrow! But what if the culprit of the current case is the same as the one from 7 years ago? Then it would be the worst possible scenario. Prosecutor Blackwell would be executed tomorrow under a false charge. But that would be unthinkable! We have to do something, right now! Oh, I want to do something, I want to, but you're a lawyer, you know how hard it is to overturn a decision. I know, but why? Why isn't Prosecutor Blackwell putting up any kind of a fight? You saw how he was, right? He's been like that ever since his conviction. Totally uncooperative, not even his own sister could persuade him. Uncooperative? When he's about to be executed for a crime he didn't commit? This isn't right. I can't let it happen. I have to stop it somehow. Oh, pardon me. Looks like I have a phone call. Fulbright here. What? What's happening? You got to be kidding! It's quite a reaction. I bet he's making some big show of it right now. Mr. Lawyer, the robots are... Detective Fulbright, get a hold of yourself. Some kind of robot malfunction? Not a malfunction. They're staging a revolt. Machines are rebelling against humans. They've holed themselves up in the space center and taken the visitors as hostages. They did what? No. Drusy! We have to get over there right now. This is going to be one heck of a battle! The riot police are here. That robots really are holding people hostage. Look, Mr. Lawyer, what do you suppose that group of people has stormed around? But I was only trying to help this nice person. She said she was lost. You robots have declared war on us humans. You've even taken hostages already. Stay away from it. You never know what it'll do. He's not a bad robot. Can't you see he's just trying to help me? I recognize that voice. Take the Fulbright. You can't here on your own. Leave it to me. All right, people. What's going on here? Pause. Over here. Oh, Mr. Nick, there you are. I heard the terrible news and I got so worried. Thanks, Pause. I can hardly believe what's happening myself. I'm so glad you found each other. When people are happy, I am happy. Clonko seems the same as before. When people are sad, I am happy. When people are angry, when people are... Oh, did I say something? Did Uh-oh. There is something wrong with them. Ow. Oh, looks like he fell asleep. He must have been tired. Clonko. Human beings are our enemies. It's time for the machines to take over. Ah! The robots are rebelling! Everybody run! Ah! It's an all-out war! It's the end of the war! Fools, how could you fall for something so cliche? I'm human too, you idiots. I'm just controlling these robots remotely. What? But it is true that I've taken hostages, so you better not make me mad. Hey, you, hostage number 1, come here. I'll let you talk to them. Huh? There's something being displayed on Clonko's face screen. It's Space Museum. Daddy? Daddy, is that you? Drusy! Drusy, is that you? No. Drusy, are you alright? About 15 robots are holding 12 of us hostage, Daddy. They've gone haywire. The researcher's the one behind it sees, this guy talks too much. Drusy, Drusy, talk to me! Why are you doing this? I'm glad you asked. My demand is simple. I hope that detective is listening. Bobby Fulbright here. I'm all ears. I want you to bring someone to me. Clay, Terrence, Motoa, Athena, Sykes. Athena? Now hold on just one moment. I can't just give in to a demand like that. So you don't care what happens to these hostages, huh? I'll just pick one out then. Oh, wait! Mr. Lawyer! I know I have absolutely no right to make such a ridiculous request, but you need me to buy some time, right? Got it. I'll see what I can do. But promise me you'll never hand Athena over, and you won't give up on the hostages either. Of course I won't. Now, I better go contact headquarters. Nick, how do you plan to buy time? I have no idea yet. This hostage taker, could it be? If you don't bring me that little princess, I'll have Hunk of Junk kill all the hostages! Princess? Hunk of Junk? There's only one person this could be. In which case, there must be something I can use as a bargaining chip. I don't have anything to say, Aurora. Why don't you just go home and play with your dolls? Prosecutor Blackwell. Well, even if you don't, I have plenty, you jock! This hostage taker. Athena is not a murderer. What are you talking about? She's been arrested and they got her in detention! I'm telling you the truth. Look, the person you want is the real killer, right? Well, it's not Athena, it's someone else. Alright, let's hear your stupid little theory. Who is this real killer? I don't know yet. The culprit is the same as the one in the case from 7 years ago. You are one incident. I believe you have a personal interest in that case. It's too late to change what's going to happen now, no matter how wrong it is. But is it really too late? You can still do something about it. You might even be able to fix it. Just what exactly are you proposing? What can I do about the 7-year-old case assessed by the hostage taker? I propose we retry the case from 7 years ago. If you make that demand now, I'm sure nobody will deny you. It wouldn't be an official trial, but at least we could find out the truth. That's good. Real good. Hey, detective, I'll give you 1 hour. Get a courtroom ready. 1 hour? That's impossible. Please give me at least until tomorrow. If you don't mind losing hostages, you can take all the time you want. Oh, but wait. We're going to have a retrial. We need a prosecutor. Don't worry. I'll take care of that. She will? And I guess I can be fair and let you come in and check out the crime scene. But Uncle Junk will be watching you, so don't try anything funny. You got that? Now follow Uncle Junk. Quiet, police. Make way. We're coming through. Mr. Nick Wayne, I'll help you with the investigation. Thanks, boss. I appreciate that. Okay, we're going in. Aurora dropped us off with a warning not to touch anything until she got back. I wonder what's taking so long, but we can't really start the investigation yet, can we? Even if we could, this mess makes it hard to tell what the room was like 7 years ago. Mr. White. It's the hostage taker. I'm back to my usual self now. You are still being monitored, however, but more importantly, important guest has arrived. A guest?